Naptime Brand Time. I'm Trisha from Deluxe Design, and this is my life series where every Monday I usually get my daughter down. It didn't happen today, but usually this is during nap time. I get my daughter down and I come over here and I answer your questions on marketing and branding and design. But during these weeks to months of, social distancing and city shutdowns and everything, I've decided to focus my content on how to quickly build successful online businesses. And so that's what I'm really focused on these next few weeks. I've just spent the last few weeks helping, clients and even like friends and family members get better visibility for their businesses through this time, or helping people move to online if they weren't online yet. And so it's just a totally different business model now. And so business is going to change after this. There's kind of no looking back. And so if you don't have an online presence yet, let me know. I would love to help you. And that's something that I feel like is going to be almost a non-negotiable moving forward after all of this. And so I would just love to help all the business owners I know get ahead of this. And start bringing in income online if you're not yet. So don't hesitate to reach out. I'm offering free consulting, and I would love to help you. Okay, so today we are talking niche, or I think niche is probably actually the British pronunciation. I think the American pronunciation is niche, but that doesn't sound nearly as pretty as niche, right? Niche is way prettier than niche. So I say niche. I hope that doesn't bother you. But niche is the new it word. Niche is the new it word in branding and marketing. And so what is niching and why is it important? So niching, building a niche, having a niche in your business is the idea that your services are not for everybody and that they're for a very specific group of people. So there's a song that I love from a musical called The Title of Show. It's the name of the musical. And there's a line that goes, I'd rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing. I'd rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing. It's a great song. Please look up the musical. But this is super important in business. Do you know why this is important in business? It's because those 9 people are going to be the people that buy from you. It may seem like it makes more sense to go after the 100, even if like you're not even sure exactly what they're looking for. But those 100 people will most likely, they'll probably save your post or your link, or maybe they'll like screenshot it and like save it for later. But that doesn't necessarily mean you haven't found your superfans in those 100 people. That doesn't mean that they're going to end up buying. They might forget. They might end up just going with something that's more convenient. They weren't necessarily convinced that it was for them. But those 9 people where you're their favorite thing, those are going to be people that not only buy from you, but they're going to follow you and they're going to engage with you and they're going to share about you. And that is going to bring in your next 9 people. They're going to share about you to their very niche audiences. And then you're going to find people within those niches from their audiences that are going to follow you now too. And so you see where this is going. You would much rather find the 9 people where you are their favorite thing than 100 people where you're their 9th favorite thing. So if you're looking to build traction quickly online, you need to find your very specific group of people. You need to niche. I went over more reasons why this is important. I have a video on my IGTV. Please check it out. It's my most recent one. Hey, Hill, thanks for jumping on. And so I went kind of more into detail on that, about why it's important to find your specific group, and to build a product for your specific group. But this is why niching is important. You're finding the people that you are their favorite thing. So here are some examples of niche. So let's see. So for example, you have hair salons. So you have some hair salons where people can literally, anybody can walk in and get anything done with their hair, essentially. Or you have dry bar. Dry bar is where women specifically can come in quickly, have a glass of champagne, get their hair styled quickly. They're not doing all the like highlights and toner and all the things. They specifically get your hair done quickly and you can go. That is Dry Bar. Dry Bar has found their niche. They have found that they are helping women on the go. They're helping women that are looking to look good, that don't want to pay a ton of money, but want to have a little like brief, kind of spa-like experience in the middle of the day. And so Dry Bar could have easily become, just a hair salon. And do you think they would have taken off the way that they have? It's because people are able to put a finger on exactly what they do, decide immediately if it's for them, and then the people that have decided that it is for them love it. I know people that go every week. I also was just hearing Seth Godin talking about, this is kind of the same idea, but Subway. That like delis used to start out literally selling everything. If you think of like delis in New York, they sell, it's not just like deli meats and sandwiches and cheeses. They also sell, like coffee and magazines, and delis could mean kind of almost anything. And then Subway came in, and Subway was like, nope, we do the deli sandwich. We do the sub sandwich. That's what we make. We're still a deli, but all we make is the sub sandwich. They niched, and now they are second only to McDonald's as far as number of locations. And so there's a reason why people can immediately put a finger on it rather than just creating a store that offers everything. You want to people to be able to pick up on your niche. So another example is, you have when you're shopping for razors at Target. There's like, especially men's razors. I've had to go buy my husband's razors before, and like you just go and they literally all look the same. They're all black. They're all like kind of shaped the same. Men's razors are really hard to buy. And then enters in Dollar Shave Club. If you've heard of Dollar Shave Club, they are super cheap. It's an online subscription. It keeps men from having to go into the store at all in the first place, which I don't know a guy who wouldn't love to avoid more time at stores. And it feels cool. They feel cool. They have really good branding. And so they've niched. They're not specifically just trying to market for everybody who shops at Target or everybody who could possibly just come across their razors. They're like, no, I'm looking for men who are specifically going to take the time and find this online, sign up for the subscription, and are willing to take the time to have that convenience. They solved a problem. I have one more example is I have a client who sells really amazing essential oils. And so when I started working with her, everything surrounding her brand was like kind of generic because she, I would talk to her and kind of be like, well, who are you trying to sell to right now? And she was like, well, I have this like group of real estate agents that I'm really trying to like market to. And then I also have kind of like my mom friends. And so I have this mom group that I've really been kind of talking to. And then like my dad, I think it'd be really good for my dad and his health. And he's been trying to take some of my stuff to work. And she ended up having like all of these different people that she was trying to sell these essential oils to. And so it comes to when she's like trying to like make her website and like create content, and and I'm going like, no wonder you're having so much trouble. Like, how do you even know what points to put on your website? Now there's going to be 1,000 things to talk about. And so we, like, working together, we decided that her the people she felt most passionate about helping were moms. And so that's what we targeted her entire essential oils business around, was for moms and how good it is for living as a mom, for life as a mom, for your kids. And so she wasn't selling, and then all of a sudden she niched, and she was. And it seems counterintuitive. And I feel like this is the hardest part, and what I feel like I get the most pushback from clients. And something that I even push back for in my own business is I have a really hard time leaving people out too. I wish that I could design for everybody. I wish that I could, and I guess technically I could. But if I'm going to be marketing myself, if I'm going to be creating content, if I'm going to be, making a website, how do I even know what I'm going to make if I don't even know who I'm talking to yet, if I haven't niched? If I was just making design for everybody, then I don't think anybody would ever find me. And so I hope this is making sense. Is this making sense? Want to give me a raise the roof or a thumbs up or something? I hope that makes sense. So here are a few examples of things that you can think about to niche. So how do you actually choose? Oh, yes. Thanks, Hill. Yes. So how do you choose who your 9 people are going to be to start? So I gave a quote at the beginning, Hillary, I'd rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing. It's from a musical. It's called Title of Show. So how do you find your 9 people where you're their favorite thing? You do not need to niche, and this is another misconception, is you do not need to niche by, gender. You don't need to niche by income level or location, you know? And so I think people think that they need to like leave out an entire demographic of people in order to niche. If you just start knocking out big demographics, it gets really intimidating and kind of overwhelming. And so instead what you're thinking about is the people that want your stuff the most. And so you're thinking about like specific personality traits. You can think of specific habits, specific values or thought processes. So like maybe your services are for people that are, yay, totally makes sense and hard to pin down. Yes, I agree. It's so hard. And it's really, same thing. It's like it's a decision you have to keep making. You have to keep leaving people out, which is also the hard part. And so you have to keep making content that you have to go like, I don't think that if my dad jumped on my Instagram, he would, you know, immediately buy my product. But my dad's not on my Instagram. And so I'm talking to the people that are following me on my Instagram. So thinking through, here's some questions that you can ask yourself to kind of help break this down. So the first thing is always going to be the first thing you should ask yourself is, who do I enjoy working with? Who do you enjoy working with? Remember, this is your business. You get to choose. You get to choose who you work with. And so think about specific personality traits of people that you already work with that you enjoy. What are things that they have in common? So making sure that you choose. Who do you enjoy helping? And then what problems do they have that you can solve? And so who do you already help, or who can you just choose to help? Who do you feel passionate about helping? And so that's also another thing too, is that like I kind of jumped into design freelance almost on accident, just because I started getting asked to make stuff for, you know, friends' birthday parties and wedding showers and all of these things, that it was a skill that I enjoyed doing and something I just enjoyed, and people started jumping on and asking me to do it. And so what are people already asking you for, and who are you already helping? And so that's a nice way also to figure out your niche, is what are, like, you might already have very specific requests coming in. And so people have already niched for you, which is really nice. And so that's usually the ideal way, is for people to tell you what they want and then you can just make it and they'll buy it. So ideally that's what we're going for here. Another way to niche down is by specific industry. So if there's specific industries that you really want to like get into or that you want to work with, you know, so maybe you're a copywriter, but maybe you write specifically for like hospitality industry and hotels, or specifically for cars and the automobile industry. And so it's a really easy way to market, and then a really easy way for people to find you. While you can't really target by age, you can target by life stage, or you can target by like habits. And so what are like regular things that people are doing that you want to target? And so thinking about, you know, like maybe your services are for people that are really busy and tend to put everyone else's needs above their own. That's your niche, is that you're looking specifically for people that are busy. And so you're going to try to make sure that everything you create is specifically for busy people, like quick content, you know, easy to digest, like easy to buy. And then for people that are always putting needs above their own. And so that's a lot of your like copywriting, is kind of convincing people that they're worth it, that they're worth buying something for themselves. And that includes all kinds of genders and all kinds of locations and income levels. You're really actually talking to the need that they have. Or maybe your products are for people that love planning and love organizing and always want like pretty organization products, you know, and so now you have a planner or, you know, organization products that are perfectly for them. And then you can always niche too by common interest. And so specifically if you're looking to niche for like a personal brand, or for like an Instagram account, or you're not even necessarily like selling something yet and you're just trying to build an audience, I definitely encourage you to niche there too. But common interest is a really good way to do that. So like cats or Harry Potter, or the Enneagram. Like I follow a lot of accounts that are specifically tailored around the Enneagram. I love the Enneagram. And they're all like, you know, a lot of them are like beautiful, amazing illustrators, but they specifically illustrate for the Enneagram. And now they've had all these people like me who they're one of my favorite accounts. And I found them because it's the Enneagram, and not just because they were just illustrating and then using like hashtag illustration everywhere. I'm not going to find people through hashtag illustration, but I am going to find people through hashtag Enneagram 4. And so thinking about how you can get specific, that is really the key here, is to be 9 people's favorite thing rather than 100 people's 9th favorite thing. And so find your 9 people, and then that will help you find 9 more, and then you'll find 9 more, and then that's how you build up a really strong niche fan base. And then that's where the thing is that, like, once you start to have a really niche following, hi, thanks for jumping on. Once you start to have a really niche following, then that's where you can start to feel like you can start to offer more things and maybe start to broaden your audience once you've already started to create a very niche specific audience. But if you're looking to create traction online quickly, a niche is the way to start. It's absolutely the way to start. You want to find your 9 people that you are their favorite thing, to find those 9 people first. I know you can do it. Okay, that's it for today. I hope I've encouraged you to niche and given you some really good ideas on how to. If you want to chat niche, DM me. Let's talk. I would love to talk about this. This is obviously something I'm super nerdy about, and so let's talk niche. And so I'll be back Friday this week. I'm doing 2 lives a week this week, for the coming months as we're social distancing. So I'll be back Friday at 1:30 to talk more about, now that you've found your niche, how you can attract those specific customers. Love this. Thank you. Oh, thank you all. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for being here. Love this. Great way to start a fun, fulfilling business. I agree. And fulfilling is key. See you guys Friday. Thank you so much. Mwah. Have a good day. Bye.